welcome to the Two Weekend Weirdos show, man. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of country music and talking about some weird happenings, man. Brandon the Shaman just got back from chilling in a haunted house, and he's got some stories for us. So I hope all of you all out there are listening. Let's go ahead and get some music kicked off, and then we'll get the show started.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and get some music kicked off, and then we'll get the show started.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the white lines get longer and the road signs get small. When you're on that bus to Nashville, just trying to write a song. Well, the hard roads get longer and the crowds get wilder, and the potholes, they remind me, if you're gonna be a traveling man, it's a hard road. But someday my life will get easier, and I'm sure that it will. But right now I feel like I'm pushing this bus up a hill. This music is rushing through me, and it pushes me along. Well, I like to play my guitar and sing a country song. The hard roads get longer and the crowds get wilder, and the potholes, they remind me, if you're gonna be a traveling man, it's a hard road. The hard roads get longer and the crowds get wilder, and the potholes remind me, if you're gonna be a traveling man, it's a hard road. If you're gonna be a traveling man, it's a hard road.
It's a hard road. Yeah.
Right, man. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Mike Ponder,
Yeah.
can string that damn guitar, boy. God,
Yeah,
man.
Like when I saw him out at Lebanon, dude, like he made that thing his bitch.
I know he did.
There's really no other way to say it. He turned that guitar into his bitch. He's amazing.
Yes, he is. You know, a Marine veteran. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yep, that's what I thought.
Yep.
You know,
That's why he's amazing.
Yeah, he's got each of the guitar strings labeled with a different color. So I mean,
well, we call those crayon strings.
That's all right, man. So you've been a traveling man this weekend, man.
Yeah.
Is it a hard road to follow?
Man, luckily it was only like an hour and a half from my house.
Okay.
But yeah, man, busy. I was down in Abbeville, South Carolina, which is the birthplace of the Confederacy.
Okay.
We stayed in my wife and I stayed in a haunted hotel. We went to a wedding. I threw up at a wedding. It's been a great weekend.
Marriage makes everybody sick, man.
Oh my God.
So,
So I saw that we finally have a title, a show title.
we do. So, I figured it wasn't fair for us over on old Ranger Rockwave to have the show named. So I said, what the hell, man? Let's come up with something. So me and you knocked that out today. We got us a name, and the Two Weekend Weirdos, because it's pretty fitting.
Oh, I think so. Especially what we're going to start doing on Saturdays.
Yeah. Yep.
So what we're going to start doing on Saturdays is I'm going to I will pick a rabbit hole or conspiracy theory, and we'll talk about it. And we're going to do that every Saturday, a new topic every week. And we're just going to have fun with it. Believe it, don't believe it, I don't care. It's just fun stories. So we'll do some conspiracy theories and some music and some other whatever that we decide to do.
Oh, absolutely, man. Good times, good times. So why don't you share a little bit about what we're going to talk about today?
So I figured we would start out and talk about the moon. Now, this conspiracy theory has everything: spaceships, lizard people, mind control. Like, I'm bringing it all for this first episode as we talk about the moon.
That's what I'm talking about, brother.
Yeah, man.
Go big or go home, right?
I mean, why not?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I want to welcome all of you guys that are over there at the Coming Home Well Network. As always, man, we're grateful that you allow us to stream over there and spread some of our nonsense onto y'all's ears.
Yep.
Y'all are some good people, and I hope y'all enjoy our show. You can also make sure you download our app if you want to catch some of the other DJs, or you just want to listen to some patriotic veteran music. You can go to Simplify on Google or Apple, or you can download Ranger Rockwave for some rock and roll on Google or Apple. You can also find us on Alexa as well.
Yes.
And if you're listening to this show but you have Rumble, you can actually listen and watch the show on Rumble every week. Yeah,
you get to watch a little behind the scenes of, like, we have our cameras up and we're while we're doing the show, so it's a fun little behind the scenes kind of thing.
Yeah,
you never know what we're like. I'll flip. You never know when I'm gonna flip Double D off or something.
Or forget to put a shirt on,
dude. So that's why I didn't join us at the beginning of the show, because I forgot that we now video stream this and I ain't had no shirt on.
The good days of coming to work half naked, man. I remember them well.
Oh my God, what happened, man? We had a radio station where I didn't even have to wear pants. Now I got to put shirts on. What are you talking about?
It's insane, man. Absolutely insane. All right, man. Well, let's throw a couple songs out and get us up into the mood, man.
I think let's just start out with let's do 3 songs.
Okay.
So we can get the music out of the way, and then not out of the way. Let me rephrase that. So we can get the music in, and then we'll talk about the moon.
And I hope there's no cracks in the story. So
I'm telling you, I'm gonna y'all better buckle up, because I've been studying. So yeah, we'll do that. Then we'll come back and talk about the moon.
All right. Y'all are listening to Simplify Radio on the Veteran Voice Network.
Watcha!
To Simplify Radio on the Veteran Voice Network.
Watcha!
Touch me with your grace.
Lord, I've seen lonely places, I've done my desert time, I've tasted bitter waters, and you turn them back to wine. Halfway between the whiskey and the cure, I didn't hear what the prodigal always knew. I'm a man born blind, I'm a leper's calling. You're the Savior King, come to save us all. Hallelujah, take everything and save me, Lord. You can have it all. Though they say you move mountains with just your words of praise, I'm stuck here in the valley, I'm counting endless days. Lord, I've seen the hearts of men and all the evil we can do. Take these bitter hurts and turn our hearts to you. I'm halfway between the whiskey and the pure, finding you the prodigal always do. I'm the man born blind, I'm the leper's calling. You're the Savior King, come to save us all. Hallelujah, take everything and save me, Lord. You can have it all. You can have it all.
I bought a new out for the showroom floor. I had a V8 and a 4 on the floor. It took me places I ain't been before. It was midnight blue, but it's been disappearing late at night. I got a feeling like something ain't right. It's lost its glow and it's slow on tack. I think my truck's on crack. God, I think my truck's on crack. Stole my wallet and the tools in the back. Kidnapped my wife and made her drive that thing downtown to hike a diamond ring. It's been running rough a week or two. Don't you know it's giving us boy the blues? Been 3 days and it ain't brought them back. I think my truck's on crack. Have mercy. Heard the gossip that's going around. It's been seen on the bad side of town. Running wild like it don't give a damn. But no regard for his fellow man. I think I got to call the DEA. Find out why my truck's acting this way. Get it some help and put it on the right track, Lord. I think my truck's on crack. God, I think my truck's on crack. He stole my wallet and the tools in the back. Kidnap my wife for me to drive a bank. Downtown to hock a diamond ring. It's been running rough a week or two. Don't you know it's giving full of blues? Been 3 days and it ain't brought her back. I think my truck's on crack. It's been 3 days and it ain't brought her back. I think my truck's on crack.
Old flames run out and miss me. Old chrome runs out of shine. Old bottles run out of whiskey. No folks run out of time. No promises break easy. No memories hit you hard. If you just let them in your heart. Good old dogs and God won't ever let you down. Then listen when you're talking, just happy you're around. I don't know why they love us, but they do no matter what. There's 2 things you can count on: the good old dogs and God. They know all your secrets, they won't ever tell. They've seen you at your weakest, helped you get through hell. When you're in need of saving, feeling too far gone, they're always waiting there for you to come on home. Good old dogs and God won't ever let you down. They listen when you're talking, just happy you're around. I don't know why they love us, but they do no matter what. There's 2 things you can count on: good old dogs and God. Talking about a best friend. Amen. Good old dogs and God won't ever let you down. They listen when you're talking, just happy you're around. I don't know why they love us, but they do no matter what. There's 2 things you can count on: good old dogs and God. 2 things you can count on: good old dogs and God.
Spinning around on a merry-go-round, seeking the meaning of life on the ground. Where do we go? Oh, where do we go? Dreaming of things that may never come true. Failure may find me, but I still have you. Yeah, I still have you. Why does life seem to pass me by? We'll never know where it leads, where it goes. But as long as I have you by my side, well, baby, I feel like I am alive. where do we go? Oh, where do we go? Climbing and falling is part of the game, but I know you save me when the dreams fade away. Yeah, the dreams fade away. Why does life seem to pass me by? We'll never know where it leads, where it goes. But as long as I have you by my side, well, baby, I feel like I am alive. Yeah, I am Winds may blow on this playground below. Just hold me close and never let go. Why does life seem to pass me by? We'll never know where it leads, where it goes. But as long as I have you by my side, well, baby, I feel like I am alive. Yeah, I am alive.
All right, man.
Dude, Kimberly, man, she's got a little touch of that Disney princess when she sings.
Well,
Man.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. So she's a National Guardist. If I'm not mistaken, she's actually a helicopter pilot, and her day job, as you might say, is also a school teacher. And then
Oh.
you mix in her music career that is absolutely taking off. Some very big things. She just got done getting um, added to the Nebraska Hall of Fame, Country Music
Nice.
Hall of Fame. So, dude, she's getting recognition and well deserved, man. I can't, my hat's off to her. She's an amazing person. She'll be at Hero Stop,
But your hat's still on.
but my hat is still on. Yep.
Yeah, you said, but no. Let's get to the bottom of this. You said you're gonna take your hat off. Okay, thank God. Now put that bitch back on. Jesus Christ.
It's a bad air day. But at the end of the day, man, she'll be up there for Hero Stock in Ashland, September 14th. Y'all come up there and check it out, or you'll be able to watch it right here live streamed as well. So great times. It's the last Hero Stock of the year. If you miss out, you're going to have to wait till next year. Too bad, too sad, man.
Oh well. You're gonna miss a great show. 2 day. It's a 2 day, right?
It is. So Friday the 13th, we're going to pound some heads with some rock and roll. And then September 14th is going to be our country festival, man. Some big names too. You got Scotty Hastings that's going to be there. You've got Kimberly that's going to be there. I believe Mike Ponder may be there too.
Oh, nice.
There's some really good names that are making waves in the country music industry. So I can't wait. I can't wait, man.
Yeah,
So
I wish I could make it, but you know,
you got to go play with the ghosts.
I got to go ghost hunting in Texas.
Yeah.
Eh.
So let's get into the moon, man.
Well, let's do this, but first let's talk about the term conspiracy theory. I want
Okay.
to lay it out, and I'll probably say this at the beginning of every show. But so the term conspiracy theory was coined by the CIA after the JFK assassination to belittle and talk about people that were asking questions about the assassination. So the whole term is a psyop in itself. Thank you, CIA. So when you hear conspiracy theories now, just remember that the CIA coined it right after JFK's assassination. Now, the moon. What can we say about the moon? Well, I could probably give you more facts about why the moon does not exist than I can facts that the moon actually exists.
Okay, so you can give me more facts that the moon doesn't exist than you can that it does.
Well, that it shouldn't.
Okay.
I guess I should say. So, the moon did not form when the Earth formed. And actually, our moon is the only moon in the entire solar system that is placed the way it is, that does not spin, and the one side always shows. And the fact that our total eclipses match up so perfectly, we're also we're the only planet with a moon that does that.
So if I'm not mistaken, the moon orbits around the sun as well, right?
I mean, yeah, it jumps along with the Earth, but
but it doesn't rotate, huh?
No, it doesn't rotate. Like the dark side of the moon is always away from us, even though it's not. It's not dark over there. They just call it the dark side of the moon because, you can't see it. But that's where the lizard people are. We'll get to that in a minute.
The lizard people.
We're gonna slowly put our little toe in the water. Also, the moon dust and everything that's on top is older than the stuff that's under. So why is the older stuff on top? Also, the asteroids, right? So the bigger the asteroid, the larger the crater, right?
Yep.
Wrong. Any size asteroid that hits the moon only goes in a certain amount and it stops. Almost like there's a protective hull so far underneath the moon that it doesn't matter if it's a small meteor or a 3-mile wide meteor, it's only going to go in the same amount. And this is scientifically proven.
All those holes up there are the exact same size.
All the exact same depth.
Wow, man.
So I'm really going to mess with you, and then we'll unpack this a little bit. So on one of the Apollo missions, actually, I think it was Apollo 17, there is I think it was Apollo 16 and then 17. Well, what happened when Apollo 16 went up there? They jettisoned one of their rockets or whatever, and it hit the moon.
Mm-hmm.
The moon rang like a bell for hours.
Really?
Now, yeah. And you can go to the NASA website and it will verify it. So Apollo 17, there is still a classified mission called Operation Chapel Bell, where they rejettisoned something bigger and actually had put rocket power behind it to hit the moon, and it rang for like hours and hours. And the only way that can happen is if it's hollow or if it's mostly hollow.
Well, it can't be hollow because I mean, it can't be.
Can it not?
It can't be mostly hollow. It can. The core of it could probably be hollow, but if you can only go so deep when you hit it, no matter how big your size is, then there has to be a shell, which takes up space.
Yep.
So, but even still, that is still weird.
Exactly.
For something lighter.
Yeah, because all it is just going to be that covering that protects it from the asteroids. That's the only thing that needs to be solid. The rest of it can be a spaceship, and we'll get to that in a minute. But let's unpack the easy stuff first. So
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
All right. So
yeah, go ahead.
You want to throw some tunes out there before you
yeah, let's do that. Let's throw a couple tunes out, and then we will come back. We'll unpack that little bit, and then we're going to talk about lizard people.
All right. I hope y'all stick around over there at the Coming Home Well Network so we can unblow your mind and try to bring some common sense to the nonsense.
Wait for the lizard people.
Wait for the lizard people. Y'all are listening to Semper Fi Radio on the Veteran Voice Radio Network. Y'all are listening to Semper Fi Radio on the Veteran Voice Radio Network.
Teach our boys, say yes ma'am, look people in the eye when you shake their hand. You don't quit once you start, got to give it all your heart. That's how we run this ground. We hold the door for our gals, respect our elders in this town. And when you're forced to make your mark, let your bite be more than bark. That's how we run these grounds. So darling, hold me close. Don't let me go. Let our roots grow deep in this ground. Work another hour for the overtime, breaking our backs out online. Mama makes dinner and we don't complain. Daddy thanks God for the rain. That's how we run these grounds. We ain't got much, but that's okay. And all that stuff it just gets in the way. We pass these ways on down the line. This life ain't measured in nickels and dimes. That's how we run these grounds. So darling, hold me close. Don't let me go. Let our roots grow deep in this ground. Nobody grows young. You don't want to die with a loaded gun. The memories are all that'll stay. So come on, baby, let's seize the day. So darling, hold me close. Don't let me go. Let our roots grow deep in this ground. So darling, hold me close. And don't let me go. Let our roots grow deep in this ground. Let our roots grow deep.
train. I'm the amber waves of grain. I'm the highway, I'm the farm, fertile fields and boulevards, the hand that rest over your heart. Oh, I'm the echo of the bell that's ringing. Oh, I'm the freedom in the song we're singing. I'm the seed that's in the dust. I'm the prayer in God we trust. The place to dream for all of us. I'm America. I'm the music to the dance, the open window to a chance, the place where courage takes a stand. All the colors that you see, the lights from 30,000 feet. Yeah, I'm the roar of victory. Oh, I'm the echo of the bell that's ringing. Oh, I'm the freedom in the song we're singing. I'm the seed that's in the dust. I'm the prayer in God we trust. The place to dream for all of us. I'm America. I'm America. I'm the fathers, I'm the sons. I'm the footprints in the mud. I'm a shelter washed in blood. Oh, I'm the seed that's in the dust. I'm the prayer in God we trust. The place to dream for all of us. I'm America. I'm America. I'm America. I'm America.
All right, man. I'm going to tell y'all something. Scotty Hastings, your last chance to see him at Heroes Stock this year is coming up on the 14th of September. It's in Ashland, Nebraska, or you'll be able to watch it live streaming on our Facebook channel or our Rumble channel. So I hope y'all stick around and watch it because it's going to be an amazing show. This is the Two Weekend Weirdos show. We are currently discussing the shit about the moon. I believe you're still muted there, sir.
Well, imagine that. That was the CIA. They don't want me to speak. They muted me, or I did it.
Yeah, you did it.
I did it. Do you have any questions about just this little? This is the easy step about what we've discussed.
Well, I don't have any questions per se, but my mind is kind of blown with the thought process that something the size of a quarter is going to go into the moon's surface the same distance as something a mile wide.
Yep.
That kind of blows my mind because that's completely against physics.
Oh yeah. Now we dig a little bit deeper. We're going to go back to ancient Greece. So Plato and Socrates and a few others in their writings, they talk about a time before the moon was in the sky. It's written down. They talk about the people, like it was a race that lived, I guess, right before ancient Greece. I can't remember exactly, but they told stories about a time before the moon. There were no waves, no waves in the ocean, no nothing.
Yeah, they're not the only civilization that has talked about people from the sky and so forth. I mean, there's a lot of writings that have been found that discusses that. So that part of it, I believe.
Yep. So now we dig in a little bit. So the time before the moon, well, that means somebody had to build the moon. Well, also in these writings, they talk about how the Draconians, which are lizard people, built after the Anunnaki left, after the flood. The Draconians came in. Now, and we can talk about Anunnaki later. God, that's a whole nother show. But supposedly, they use our emotions and our feelings as fuel and food. So they built the moon and brought it here. And the reason that it's hollow is it's a large observatory ship for the Draconians.
Okay.
Mhm.
So realistically, then they could answer the question on whether we actually did land on the moon and put a flag and get a picture taken and do a moonwalk. And
That's next. That's next week. We're going to talk about the moon for a couple of Saturdays.
Right.
Yeah.
But
right.
they could answer that question because
Yes.
we landed on their spaceship, their observatory.
And spoiler alert, we will be talking about the soul harvester that's on the dark side of the moon one of these Saturdays. But I can go into it a little bit. So supposedly there was like this 6 mile high square building on the dark side of the moon. Right?
Okay. Yep.
And supposedly when we die, our souls go up, and somehow the Draconians have figured out how to send us back. And so we're on a prison planet serving their needs because of our emotions feed them. And the emotions that feed them the most are anger and hate.
Oh, boy, they got an all-you-can-eat buffet right now.
I'm just throwing out little tidbits. You make your mind up. But so the soul harvester, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just myth. Last year, the Chinese moon rover landed on the dark side of the moon and has captured pictures of a 6 mile high rectangular building. So there's a lot to cover on the moon. So these lizard people designed the moon and brought it from another part of the galaxy and put it here. Also, let's see. So the moon's center of gravity matches Earth's center of gravity. Now, if our moon would have been formed by, I don't know, hot plasma or whatever, then the center of gravity will be off. But this just seems like somebody pulled it in the perfect location to not only completely cover the sun or the moon during eclipses, but they put it in such a way that they are in the best position to watch their little alien ant farm.
Well, so a couple things, right?
Yep.
So I still got the backdrop up, Spirits and Stories podcast, right? And I had a guest on there. She was a medium, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And she actually talks about the fifth dimension of heaven. And the person that she talks to when she goes there is from that area that you were talking about, the whatever you called.
Yeah, the Draconians. Yep.
Draconians. She said that's where that person is from. So that is kind of ironic, man, that, she says that she speaks to this person and he's on the fifth dimension of heaven.
Yep.
And he's kind of in charge of our life books of the stories that we wrote. And so a lot of that is kind of mind blowing.
And do you know how many dimensions there are? This is proven by science.
I was going to say 5, but
10.
really,
Yep. But I mean, all of this adds up to what the fuck is the moon doing there? It didn't come from our Earth as it was formed.
no, because there's no bacteria or anything on the moon.
Nope. And
You know?
there is some particles up on the moon that do not come from our solar system. So, according to science. So where did it come from? You know, why did the moon ring like a bell? And that's exactly what the quote at NASA is. They said the moon is ringing like a bell. I mean, what causes all that?
Man.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. That is
Told you I was gonna blow your mind.
yeah, absolutely, man. That is, you know, and the more I think about it, you know, I'm sure we have, but I don't recall ever hearing a time where we went to the other side of the moon. Every
Not-
story I've ever talked about has always talked about this side of the moon.
Yep. Now we have gone to the dark side of the moon, like
Well, we've orbited.
well, yeah, we've orbited, and so oh god, Apollo 11, the guy that stayed in the capsule, I can't remember his name, but anyway, he was horrible. He
Not
was
you,
doing
the guy that didn't get out.
it right. Well, he was, you know, orbiting while Buzz and everything, you know, while they were down there. He went on the dark side of the moon, and there's a recording of him saying there is a spaceship parking lot on this side of the moon. He wasn't able to tell them because once you get on the back side of the moon, you know, there's no radio connection. It's direct line of sight.
Yep.
But once he came back around, he was saying, look, there's a spaceship like parking lot, like docking station back here.
Fucking moon Walmart.
Yes, sir. Nah, probably Dollar General.
Dollar General. Damn it, man. Got to get your food stamp grub even at the moon, man.
Yeah, man. But you know, I just wanted to mention some of that just to get people thinking. Like, go research on your own. Don't take my word for it. You know, do your researches on your own. If you have questions, you know, let us know. But yeah, the moon is fascinating, and it doesn't belong in our solar system.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy, you know. And you know, look, I don't believe in the flat earther stuff and all that stuff, right?
Yep.
But there is some things about the whole moon landing that does have me questioning some stuff. You know,
Stanley Kubrick is the one that directed the moon landing.
Yeah, there's some questions, and I don't want to get into it because I know we're going to talk about it on one of our next shows. But
yep.
I definitely do question some things. You know, now do I believe that we've probably been there since then? Yeah, you know, I do believe that, you know, we are able to land on the moon now, and
yeah, because here's the thing.
I just don't know that we're able to do it.
You know, we went to the moon. We went to the moon. What, in like 1969?
Yeah,
something like that. So why? Here's my thing: if we landed on the moon in 1969, and we never went back, let's just say we landed on the moon. What did they see? What did they find? I don't think they landed on the moon on Apollo 11, but I do think they landed on the moon on some of these still classified missions from the 70s.
Yeah, I do think they've been there. I think it is quite possible. Because back then, man, everything was a race. You know, we were afraid of the Russians. You had the missile crisis and all that stuff that was going on back then, and everything was against an enemy, you know. And so everything was a race. Even manufacturing was a race to manufacture everything that we need. It was a huge growing spurt for our country at that time. and to be listed as one of the top countries in the world, as the country to look at. There's no way we could allow them to beat us. So they probably forced it and lied.
I don't think the government would lie about anything, really. I mean,
No.
Are you crazy? We can't say that the government lies. I think they lied, but
Well, I
we
don't
can't
think
say
they
that.
lied. I think the guy that created the Space Force, who was a young intern, I think he did it. He lied.
He's a draconian.
You know, and by that time, the government couldn't go back on it because he leaked it.
Yep.
That's what I'm going with, man.
I mean, it's sound theory.
So some of us is conspiracy and others is bullshit. I guess I fall onto the bullshit side, but no, that is got some interesting points and just some other things that happen in other shows that I've been a part of. It definitely has me wondering, brother.
Oh yeah, and there's so much more to explore. But I just wanted to do a little soft dive into the lizard people.
All right. Well, we're going to throw some tunes back on. Before I do, I want to welcome the Coming Home Well Network. I appreciate y'all for letting us stream. And if you haven't been over there, you can go check them out at cominghomewell.com. You can check out their radio station. If you like what you're hearing and you're hearing it from over there or on Facebook, you can always download our apps. They're 100% free, no tracking, no accounts needed, no BS, man. Just some music that is wrote by the people that have served this country, and I think it's awesome that we get to be a part of it.
That's where our request line is too, is on our apps.
It is. Yep. So you can go to the request line. You can send us a text message directly or message us on Facebook. You can also request songs to be played, and when one of our DJs goes live, they will cue that up and get it played out there. We take shout outs and whatever y'all want to talk about, man.
Speaking of shout out, let's shout out Cash Coffee again.
Okay, yeah, man. So if y'all were listening to our show on Ranger Rockwave last night, that show had a organization called Cash Coffee, right? They're out of Logan, Utah, and they've got some amazing programs. You know, other than the coffee that they sell and stuff. You know, you would think, okay, what are they just advertising? No, these guys have a program where, and I think it's open to anybody, not just veterans. But
yeah, it is open to anybody. But
if you're feeling like shooting yourself or harming yourself, you can take your guns down to them, put it in their safe, and they'll help you get some help. And once that's accomplished, you can go back down there and they'll hand you your guns right back. It is a program that's gotten some really solid traction from some big people.
Yep.
So absolutely, let's shout out Cash Coffee. You can find them at CACHE coffeeandmore.com.
And check out their merch. They got some badass merch.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So like I said, y'all are listening to Simplify. We are part of the Veterans Voice Radio Network.
Oh, yeah.
Veterans Voice Radio Network.
Middle of the night. Looking back now, I don't even think I cried. I always pictured her driving fast with a rear view mirror full of city lights. I must have wished 1,000 times that it was me in the passenger seat. All of the windows down with a full tank of gasoline. We could be free, saddle up the horses and leave. Just you and me, just you and me. They can cover that broken door with boards and layers of nails and glass. They can hide the truth, but they can't undo the past. I got good at letting go, 'cause I had the best I had a pro. Teach me how to settle down, then leave. Fill the passenger seat, all of the windows down with a full tank of gasoline. I could be free, sad love, my horses and me. I'd just be me, just be me. When you can't find a friend, you've got the road and the whisper of the radio, just guiding you home to me. Fill the passenger seat, pack up your broken heart, a guitar and some gasoline. We could be free, sad love, our horses and leave, just you and me, just you and me. Just you and me, just you and me. Just you and me.
I'm just killing time, waiting for attack. Waiting for that old blood moon to rise. You better watch your back. You better watch your back. 'Cause it's gonna be a fight tonight, I know. And a bullet for my time. 'Cause it's gonna be a fight tonight, I know. And a bullet for my time. And in the evening breeze, the city's all on fire. Can you spare a cigarette and a prayer for my life? A prayer for my life. 'Cause it's gonna be a fight tonight, I know. And a bullet for my time. 'Cause it's gonna be a fight tonight, I know. And a bullet for my time. And if God has numbered all my days, I will not be afraid.
If a bullet has my name on it, then there's nothing left to say. 'Cause in the combat zone, we're rolling on patrol. But if I find my way back to Texas, brother, I'd be home. Now, brother, I'd be home. 'Cause it's gonna be a fight tonight, I know. And a bullet for my time. 'Cause it's gonna be a fight tonight, I know. And a bullet for my time. And a bullet for my time. And a bullet for my time.
All right, man. Well, Jonathan Armstrong, we are actually based out of Missouri, is where the radio station is based out of.
And
the
I'm
DJ
out of South Carolina. We're all
Yep.
over the place.
Yeah, we are all over the place. Yesterday, you heard us talking about Utah because we had the owners from Cash Coffee on our show, and they're based out of Utah, doing an amazing job helping the veterans. So I'm glad you liked Ranger Rockwave and the music. I hope you download our app and leave us a good review, man. We appreciate you.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
So
Lizard
lizard
people.
people. Yeah.
See, I knew it. I knew where you were going.
Yeah, yeah.
I figured
man.
we were going to come back around to the old Draconians.
Yeah. So what is their, I mean, so we're just a food source for them?
Yep.
And they feed off of our emotions, huh?
Correct. I mean, well, and if you go back, you could even go back to the Anunnaki. We were just made to be their slaves. They came here because their planet, Nabaru, which is in our solar system and is going to be, you just wait, because it's coming back around, and it only comes around every 33,000 years. So just watch. Nibiru is going to appear, which is where the Anunnaki came from. Well, supposedly their planet needed terraforming, and they destroyed it or whatever. So they came to Earth because they needed gold. Well, they found a bunch of gold. They made them some slaves, and we mined their gold. So,
No kidding, huh?
until they left right before the Younger Dryas period, about 12,000 years ago, which was the flood. So they hightailed it from the flood. But
Okay.
and wait for the episode when I talk about Giblioteca in Turkey. Yep.
I'm gonna tell you, man. Some of the names of this stuff makes it sound like you were at the bar way too damn long,
I know, right?
and you're trying to say you want some turkey.
No, well, it is in Turkey. Yeah, right. I know. all kind of weirdness, but yeah, lizard people.
Yep. So I know there should be some new music coming out by Tim Newton as well. I got the privilege of hearing the unedited version of it, and I am here to tell you, man, I can't wait till we play it on here. as soon as I get off the air, I'm going to hit him back up and ask if he's finally released it yet. Because, dude, it's a badass song.
Nice.
Absolutely. I can't wait for y'all to hear it.
Oh, I do want to put out there real quick. If anybody has their own conspiracy theory that they would like us to dive into, send us a message. You can go to our Facebook, Veteran Voice Radio, and just send us a message. Let us know what you want to hear, and we'll research it and feed you to the lizard people.
Yeah, there you go, man. You know, a good rabbit hole is a good time on Saturday nights, man. A few beers, and next thing you know, you're talking about lizard people.
Exactly. That's why I like the Saturday show. We can just sort of do whatever.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You know, the other part too that if y'all don't know what Veteran Voice Radio does, right? What the mission is the mission is to help celebrate wins and document our veterans' time in the military through music. So what we do is we help veterans and dependents of veterans that are trying to make it in the music business. We help promote their music and get their names out there and let you guys hear some music that you probably wouldn't hear if you were just on Spotify or some of those other places.
Right.
So that is our whole mission. So if you know somebody that is a musician, a singer, in a band, whatever, that has music and wants us to play them, man, just reach out to us. You can download the app Simplify Country or Ranger Rockwave and message us. Or if you're watching the show on our Facebook channel, you can message us that way too.
And hopefully soon I'll be adding my son's band to Ranger Rockwave. Get a little bit more death metal.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah, absolutely, man. And so that's what our mission is. And without you guys listening and being a part of it, man, there's so much that happened in these last 20 years that has gone undocumented and people not talking about. And I think that's awesome that we can do it through music or writing or podcasting. However that story gets out and we can get it documented, that's the best and baddest way to do it.
And we don't charge a dime.
Oh, no, hell no.
No.
What's a dime worth anymore anyways, man?
It's like a dime, I guess.
Not really.
A penny? It's a penny. Probably a penny.
Yeah, I don't, you know me. When it comes to politics, I'm politically homeless, right?
Right.
But I do laugh at some of the commercials that I see now that's already coming and flying out,
Yeah. Yeah, it's just gonna pick up speed. We got like 60 something days left, and then it's all over, maybe.
Yeah, I laugh, man. That's all I can say. If you're like me and you're politically homeless and you just feel like they're all crooks anyways, so it doesn't fucking matter. And you watch their commercials, you're like, it just brings up more questions. You're like,
right.
What?
Yeah.
So I hope out there y'all are enjoying the show, man. This show you can find every Saturday at 8 Central.
Yep.
And if you want to listen to some more of our nonsense, we are also on Ranger Rockwave at 7 p.m. Central for our Red Friday show.
Yes.
So,
and our Red Friday show is more veteran oriented. We talk about veteran stuff, and we'll have guests on every now and then. That's more of your straightforward radio show. And then here on Saturdays, we just do whatever the fuck we want because we own it.
Well, you think about maybe considering it like when we were in guard duty, man.
Yeah.
You're sitting there in a foxhole or in a bunker and you're talking to the guy next to you, and what else are you going to talk about, man? Just random shit that just comes up. Lizard people pops up and so you can consider this just the way veterans kill time, man. Just talking about nonsense, who was your first crush or who's the hottest girl in showbiz, whatever, those topics. I miss those topics from when I was in the military, man.
I do too. The stupid shit meant the most. Just
Yeah.
a little downtime, stupid shit meant the most when I was in the military. Yep.
Yeah, the shit that makes you laugh, man.
Oh yeah.
Good times. And that's what I love about the radio station too, man. Is I always remembered in every deployment seeing somebody with a guitar.
Yep.
And I always remember by the time the deployment was over with, it was damn near like a whole fucking band sitting out in front of us playing. As more and more people just showed up and was like, oh, I can sing. Oh, I got drums. I can, And next thing you know, there's a damn rock concert every other night or so sitting out there. Dude, I miss that shit. Those are some good times. Those are some happy memories.
Yep. Yep.
So, well, let's throw us some JB Brown, I believe is what's coming up.
Man, JB, that's my buddy.
Yeah, man. JB Brown is a Marine veteran.
Yep.
13 year Marine veteran.
Yep.
Got wounded in the stand. And
he's the only Latino from East LA that sings country music that I know of.
And
I'm just saying.
He sings the hell out of it.
He nails it.
So coming up next is JB Brown. Y'all are listening to Semper Fi on the Veteran Voice Radio Network.
Yes, you are.
On the Veteran Voice Radio Network.
When I'm cold, you give me matches when I'm burning. And pennies for my gold. You got a heart as hard as diamond. It shines like a piece of coal. Buried deep in the ground, like your cold black soul. You got one hand in my pocket, the other's on the spade, sending me to battle into my early grave. I tried like hell to leave you, but you keep calling me back. Your love is like a freight train, and I'm tied to track. No soul on earth could love you, no man can satisfy. Only hell's on fire could ever warm you. You should be devil's bride. You should be the devil's bride. You should be the devil's bride. You should be the devil's bride. You throw me water when I'm drowning.
Tied up teeth, cut off jeans, grinding gears on a John Deere green. Oh man, ain't that something? Sunday service parking lot, we pray to God, then pop the top. Hell yeah, only in the country. The girls two-step to ditty, twerk it to some twitty, only in the country. Yeah, homegrown brew, can't get it in the city, only in the country. You can see for miles down an old dirt road, living high on the hog by the fishing hole, whoa, whoa, only in the country. Bonfire, barbecue, barn dance, that's how we do what we do. Are kind of funky, swinging fiddles, steel guitars, honky tonks and mason jars in our backyards, only in the country. Girls two-step to ditty, twerk it to some twitty, only in the country. Yeah, homegrown brew, can't get it in the city, only in the country. You can see for miles down an old dirt road, living high on the hog by the fishing hole, whoa, whoa, only in the country. Gonna get a redneck on to that free bird song. I get it on. Girls two-step to ditty, twerk it to some twitty, only in the country. Yeah, homegrown brew, can't get it in the city, only in the country. But you can see for miles down an old dirt road, living high on the hog by the fishing hole, whoa, 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 only in the country. Only in the country. Only in the country, 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 country.
I love some good old fashioned John. So I love that song, dude. That
is a good song.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm not a huge country fan. I listen to mostly rock, but some of Scotty Hastings, some of Scotty Frazier, definitely one of my favorite songs of all time on here is "Keep the Flag" by Joe Allen Christie.
Oh yeah,
just absolute amazing stuff, man.
Oh, I got to give a shout out to neighbor T and neighbor Don. Neighbor T just came over, knocked on the back door, and gave us leftovers.
That's hot,
man. So thank you, neighbor T and neighbor Don, who is going to be driving a minivan soon.
Well, congratulations on the hot rod.
Well, he's renting a minivan, and if you would to see this guy, him and minivans do not fit. So enjoy your minivan. I told Don I wasn't gonna. I told neighbor Don I wasn't gonna mention that he was gonna be in a minivan, but I did.
So I seen you come walking back up to the camera, and I had a double take, man. I thought for sure that there was some fucking lizard people there grabbing a hold of you.
Dude, they were coming after me, man. Like Mark Zuckerberg, he's lizard people.
So Jonathan Armstrong during the songs was talking about some cigar lounges.
Dude, I love cigars. Love cigars.
I've never had one, and
What?
I've thought about trying one. I've never had one.
Tell you what, next time we get
Weird.
together.
Which is weird because I'm a huge bourbon guy. But
yeah, they pair perfectly together.
And I love the smell of cigars. I've never tried it.
Well, I'll tell you what, next time we get together, I'll bring up my humidor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that anything like a Labrador?
Sort of, except it's kind of humid.
I hate those hot, wet dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Speaking of, what was it? What was that song? Devil Wife?
That was Devil's Bride.
Devil's Bride. Yeah, I had one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most soldiers did, man.
Bro, if you didn't get out of the military with at least one divorce and massive debt and a DD-214, those are the three things you need to be a veteran: divorce, debt, and a DD-214.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the days when in the Army, you wouldn't make E8 if you didn't have a DUI.
Oh
You
yeah.
know? And now you won't make it in the military if you have a DUI. So it's definitely changed.
Oh yeah. I had a warrant officer that he picked up a DUI, and they drummed him right on out of the Corps,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and it sucks. He was such a cool dude.
Yeah, I watched a lot of good NCOs, man, go down that way. You know, that I came in, I'm kind of blessed, you know, I came in when the old veterans were old, and
Yep.
you could still hear those stories, you know, from the first Desert Storm and even some of Africa stories and stuff like that. And you know, they were just a different breed of people, man. They you know, they
Yep.
they really didn't give a fuck. And
No, zero fucks were given by the old dogs.
yeah, and so to hear their stories, but then watch, you know, the new military and how they just didn't conform and they just got pushed out. It was eye opening, man. You know, now it's now I get worried, man.
I am too.
Yeah, I mean,
I would venture to guess that there may be a draft within the next couple of years.
I would venture to guess it wouldn't do no good.
I mean, yeah. Probably not. They'll have to come get us old bastards.
I would tell you, man. There's no way.
You're
no
gonna have to
way
give
in
me.
hell.
I'm gonna have to get a military issue hover round or something.
Well, I bought. So I've been looking on Amazon, man. They got these electric motorcycles, man. Maybe I could be like the dude from Walking Dead on an electric motorcycle.
I saw an electric motorcycle that it was like $39, and I'm like, "There's no way." It was like the full size ride-on. It looked like a Harley,
Uh-huh.
and they were like $39. I was like, "Not today, China.
Yeah.
Not today." Yeah.
No, because they're like they're anywhere from like $2,000 to $3,000 on Amazon.
Yep.
You know, but they do look badass. They go.
Yeah, they are pretty cool.
There's a guy that's got one where I work, and I asked him, I was like, "How fast do those things go?" He said about 50, 55.
Too fast on that low. Too fast that low.
Yeah, because they do sit. He had one that looked just like the bike off of The Walking Dead. You know, big old,
Yeah. Yep.
big old ape hangers and lean back. I just laughed when I seen him riding it, though. I just laughed, man. I couldn't get that low without falling down and breaking something.
No, I could get that low. It would be getting back up.
Yeah, that wouldn't happen. So
Like,
I'm gonna tell you, man.
tell me.
I
Tell
love these shows. I look
I do
forward to this all week, man. Red Friday on Ranger Rockwave and the new and improved Now Got a Name.
Yep.
The Two Weekend Weirdos.
That's us, baby. That's
That's
us.
It
Yep.
fits us to like
I mean, if it's perfect. And I mean, we were already talking some conspiracy theories before we came up with a name. I'm just like, let's just go with it.
Well, yeah, I mean, we did a conspiracy podcast for a while. Me and Brian did,
Mhm.
and there was some weird stuff that we talked about. And when you come back from another perspective, right?
Yep.
And you just say, okay, look, I'm going to walk in this on the fence and see where I fall, and not have any opinions, and empty your mind, man. Sometimes some of these conspiracies will take you down a path and you're like,
Oh yeah.
it'll open a door and you won't like what you see on the other side of it because it like lifted a veil and you're like, oh wow. Yeah, that moment, man.
Yep.
And it starts making you question everything and everybody. So
Kind of like the new conspiracy theory that the driver shot JFK. Have you seen that picture?
No, I have not seen that picture.
It's it looks like the driver's turned around with a pistol in his hand.
When that driver turned around, Mr. Kennedy's head was on the trunk, the top
That's
of
right.
his scalp.
Well, yeah.
So,
Which means he was shot from the front. Where the book suppository was, where he was set up, would have been a side or a back shot. Ah, hello. That's some of my paranormal people. Hello.
but yeah, I don't know, man. There's no way that happened. But I do believe the mob theory and the CIA theory. That I believe that wholeheartedly.
Oh, yeah.
Know? So I don't know that the driver was.
I mean, we'll eventually we're gonna hit the JFK conspiracy because I've got a bunch of fun like stuff. Like, did you know one of the Rockefellers was actually present when he was shot?
Oh, I don't doubt that. I mean, anybody of any kind of power is going to be at any major event, you know.
No, why would the Rockefellers just be standing on a street? And it was only one of them, and it was a female. That's all I'm going to say right now.
Well, I will tell you that wouldn't be the first time that the Rockefellers had a warrant out for their arrest.
Yep.
You know, back in the day, the original Rockefeller, he was moving from, you know, place to place to place constantly so that they couldn't subpoena him
Yep.
to go to court. And so they put a warrant out for his arrest for contempt of court, because he knew that when they went to court, they were going to make him shut his or split his business cup, and they were going to call it a monopoly. That was back with the Roosevelts, you know, during the and that was a conspiracy in itself too. The Roosevelt, he was never supposed to be president.
No.
But they knew if he ran, he would win. So they convinced him to be the vice president who doesn't have a role. You know, even back then, nobody cared about what the vice president did, just like now.
Right.
And so they thought the best way to protect themselves from this is by making the vice president. And then, wouldn't you know it, luck just have it.
Right. I'm keeping my mouth shut because I've got so many different rabbit holes that I could go on the JFK thing. So I'm gonna put that in my back pocket and I'm gonna save that.
Absolutely, man.
He was murdered by lizard people.
Yeah, off the backside of the moon.
Yeah.
He didn't have enough anger or hatred in him, so he was wasted food.
Yeah, no, we're not. We're just gonna recycle his soul at the 6 mile tall building. But ex-military wife.
Man, if you was a military spouse, you just as military as he was, because at the end of the day, dependents got drug around and moved and had to put up with all sorts of stuff too, man.
Well, she's a dangerous lady too. She'll stab a motherfucker. So.
Well, I seen the headdress, man.
Yeah,
so she's from the Sabaho tribe.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All 2'5" of her. Just I'm coming at you.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
Oh, what else we got going on?
So it's football Sunday coming up. I'm looking forward to it. Getting some use out of my $400 worth of NFL Sunday ticket.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to some football tomorrow. Man, I'm working on my book. I've got to get that book finished.
What's this? Well, we'll talk about that later. Let's not give that away. I need to start writing my book.
So believe it or not, I got asked to write a part 2 to my original book.
Really?
It was put in one of the reviews on Amazon, and that shocked the hell out of me. I didn't think, I thought maybe it was a good sleep aid, and now that he's read it, it's wore off, and he needs something else to help him sleep. So,
well, I guess that means I need to get around to reading your damn book.
Yeah, don't feel that you can download the audio version.
That's what I'm gonna do. Is it you talking?
It is me.
That's
So,
cool.
kind of. So I'm not a very good reader, right?
Yeah, you were in the army. You can't read.
So I did use my voice with a AI read. So it translated the writing
Yeah.
using my voice.
Oh, nice.
So it is me, but it isn't me. It's the other me.
It's the draconian you.
It's the mini me.
It's look, it's a mini me.
But I tried to do it myself, and I'm not very good at that shit, man.
I couldn't do it.
The damn book was about my life, and I didn't know what the hell to read.
Hell, you wrote it and you didn't know what to fucking read.
I would get like halfway through a page and mess up and have to redo it. And I said, man, I had enough of this crap.
Oh,
Yep.
Yep.
So, some interesting news stuff, man. What's your thoughts on the old 49ers rookie that got a contract, a Rolex, robbed and shot in the chest? All before season started.
I mean, it's rough out there. Have you not seen The Last Boy Scout?
I can tell you that I read the news about what's going on in some of our fellow West Coastern states. I can tell you that much.
You're right.
And the other thing too, I think is funny, man, is all these gangs that have taken over, or not all of these gangs, this particular gang that has taken over
the apartment complex, the whole damn apartment complex. It was the Venezuelan gang that took over an entire damn complex and is charging people rent.
Yeah, absolutely. I just laugh, man. I wish
I was
that
like,
would
please come here and try to come into my apartment.
And just to think that you're going to give me a heads up to tell me you're coming on a certain day and that I better be gone. Oh God, I'll be counting the minutes.
Oh,
come on.
Yes.
We're going to have one hell of a party.
I'll be all up in the ceiling. Right? God, I mean, that's crazy. Well, what about the 14-year-old in Georgia? My wife was just telling me about it. The school shooter in Georgia. And so a 14-year-old took a whatever into the school and shot a couple people. Well, now he's in custody being charged as an adult, and so is his father for giving him the gun.
Yes. They have gotten strict about that stuff.
Yep.
That's not the first. There's a husband wife that are in jail.
I heard about that too.
Found guilty.
Yep.
For the same thing. They had taught their kid to shoot, had the gun in the house, and they just either he got the code or whatever, but somehow he got his hands on it when they weren't there, and he took it to school and used it. And they serve in time. They were like one of the first ones to get hit with that.
Yeah, I think I do remember that.
That is crazy, man.
I mean,
I got mixed feelings about it.
I do too. I'm like, if you have a safe with a combination, that should be it. Like, there's your liability. If he somehow figures out how to get into a damn safe, then that's on him. Now, if you just have the gun laying around,
I think it goes a step further. I mean, if you see that your kid's drawing pictures of them shooting kids at school,
oh well, yeah,
and you're not getting help or figuring out what's going on, I think you are definitely involved in some child endangerment there.
Of course.
But I also do know, unless you've got a shit ton of money or very good insurance, you get caught up in that system for mental health. Free mental health will drive you insane.
Right.
I'm telling you, it's not the best system. Same with free rehabs.
Mm-hmm.
The people are just limited wages and just don't give a shit. So absolutely, man. And so it is a tough thing, but I do think they should have to prove what they did to warn people and to how did they take matters in their hands. And
Right. Well, like the kid from Florida, apparently his mom called the school that morning to warn them. Oh, what? What did I say? Oh, I meant Georgia. I said Florida. Hell, it's the same damn thing. Georgia, Florida, Florida, Georgia line. Oh, but yeah, apparently his mom called the school to warn them. So I guess that's why she's not in jail. But
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Warned him, and he still succeeded.
I guess they didn't listen. They'll listen next time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
dude, I'm 100% about give these us old retired vets a gun. I will go stand up at the elementary school or the middle school for free and protect them. I know a bunch of veterans would do that. I mean, if they would,
there's an organization that's doing that.
Really?
Yes, there is a nonprofit organization that if you were a military, law enforcement, retired or whatever, then while school's in session, they sit in their car outside the school because the school won't have them inside or a part of it.
Right.
So they patrol the outside of it.
I mean, good.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man.
What's that nonprofit called? Do you remember?
I would have to look. I seen it on I want to say I seen it on a social media platform, but I will have to look. I'll look it up and send it to you. We'll bring it up the next show. Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think it's pretty. I think it's cool. Anytime somebody, just like Cash Coffee, man. Anytime somebody does something to help their community or help the people next to them, and don't have an agenda and just do it because they want to help. I think that's awesome.
Oh yeah. I mean, anybody. Well, a lot of people say that they're helping, and a lot of people are just taking money. It's few and far between that you find like people like Cash Coffee that they're civilians. Like they don't have to give a shit, but they do. They really care about their community. I mean, and there's people out there. So to those that are the unsung heroes, we thank you.
Yep, absolutely.
There's a lot of people behind the scenes that are doing shit nobody knows about.
Yeah, because they don't even advertise because it's not about bringing light to them. Cash Coffee, the stuff they make known is so that people know what the program is and how to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Their business had nothing to do with it. It was already successful. It wasn't a gimmick to sell more coffee. It was about tired of watching veterans particularly, but people in general kill themselves. And so, yeah, absolutely. I think that is an awesome,
it's a top-notch idea, and they're trying to spread it throughout the U.S. So but they only want to work with. They don't want it in anybody's home,
which I agree with.
But at business or nonprofit, they'll work with you to get a safe out there. They're working with Liberty Safes, and there's financing and all kind of stuff. Anyway, if you want to know how to bring a vault to your location, just reach out, www.cashcoffeeandmore.com.
Yeah, it's CACHE, not cash like dollar bill, y'all.
I guess I should say cachet, like a guns.
Yeah.
Like guns. Yeah.
Yeah. Cachet.
Sachet, cachet.
Oh, that's the drill and ceremony for Space Force.
That is that's their sachet in review. Is what they have.
Sachet in review. That is awesome, man.
My wife said something. What did you say? Yeah. Oh God, my wife's over there. When we were talking about cachet, she goes, Shantae. Like,
oh, I can see a little bit of French in the Space Force.
Oh, there's a lot of French in that Space Force.
I mean, do you let's talk about that for a minute. How much work went into thinking about that name? I mean, were they like, we need to make us more military oriented, so we're actually gonna be a form of service. What should we call ourselves?
And then
Space Force.
the one like Gunny or E7 or E8 sitting there still hungover from the day before, just fucking call it Space Force.
Being a smart ass, like a bunch of damn nerds, what are y'all gonna do anyways?
I mean, for real, what are you gonna do? Hit me with your taser, your little space laser?
I mean, most of the astronauts came from either Air Force or Navy, you know.
Air Force, Navy, or Marines, yep. Because Buzz Aldrin was a Marine.
Was he?
Mm-hmm.
So I think they could have done a little bit better on the name. I mean, if you don't want to be made.
Yeah, but that symbol, they did not steal that from Star Trek whatsoever.
I still think their mascot should be E.T.
Dude. Oh, I do too.
Absolutely do.
Yeah.
You know, Air Force was like, oh, thank God, man. They're going to finally leave our asses alone.
I'll tell you what we ought to do is get a bunch of ET, like stuffed animals, and just send it to the Space Force bases. Just mail it.
That would be funny.
I just want to talk to somebody in the Space Force. I ain't ever met anybody at the Space Force.
That's how the logo needs to be too. Is ET at Parade Rest.
Yes.
With his head all extended.
Oh, it's got to be the extended head, and then there's got to be a thing of like Reese's Pieces, like in there somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's what it will be on the uniform.
Yep. Buttons. That's the buttons. Reese's Pieces.
Yep. And their flashlight will be a representation of his finger.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Oh man, Space Force, y'all are gonna catch hell.
Ain't no Space Force listening to us.
Well, they probably are.
They're busy. They're busy with the Draconians on the dark side of the moon.
They're writing down all these jokes, so whenever the next force gets created, the Jetson Force,
right? Well, I could just see it now. Show me where the alien touched you.
PTSD.
Oh my God!
From there,
yeah.
Yes. How many paper cuts did you get? 3. Oh my goodness!
Well, I never thought that there would ever truly be a spaceship door gunner, but by God, there is now.
How fast does that bullet move in space?
I think it goes backwards or something. I don't know.
It goes backwards?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's crazy.
You got to point the gun at yourself to shoot the enemy.
Right. Yeah, because it's the space-time continuum. That's how that works. If you have any questions about quantum physics or anything, just ask me. I got
you. Well, brother, we are at a quarter till. Let's throw a couple more tunes out there, man, before we get beamed up.
Oh, Neil Armstrong was in the Navy. All right, beam me up, Scotty.
All right, man. Y'all are listening to Simplified on the Veteran Voice Radio Network. On the Veteran Voice Radio Network.
Come watch the trees explode in the morning's burning glory. Listen to the dawn as it builds the beginning of my story. Oh, that nothing lasts forever, at least not the way that we had planned. Though we dig and we scrape and we create and try to shape time, yeah, we hold it in our hands. Don't you hide those eyes from me. Don't you hide those eyes. Don't you hide those eyes from me. Don't you hide those eyes from me. Pouring over old photographs, see how we used to laugh and how we used to smile. And what if I don't last till tomorrow if my mind breaks down and my body breaks away and I just dissipate? And in that last moment of time when that energy was me, would I look back one last time and ask, oh, was my life complete? Oh, was my life complete? Or would these pictures be enough to say it's okay, man, I did it, it's done, now it's all been fun? Or would my spirit break down and cry, ask himself why I didn't care, no, I didn't try? Oh, 'cause it's my time is one, it's precious, this message to the rest of us. Don't put your dreams up on a shelf. Oh, and it's what I believe, that you're gone once you leave. So never live your life through somebody else. So, and don't you hide those eyes from me. Don't you hide those eyes. Don't you hide them eyes from me. Don't you hide those eyes from me.
Lie to say I wasn't jealous about the way I saw him look at you. And I guess it's safe to say that you feel the same way, judging by the way you're smiling too. Oh, nothing around here's gonna be the same. 'Cause girl, you were gone before he said your name. Yeah, girl, you fell hard the first time you met him, and I saw your eyes light up the room. There was no denying that he only wanted you. You'd rather hold him in your arms than be in mine. I know it can't compete, and that's just fine. He's got your eyes. Girl, he's got your eyes. Well, we know he gets his good looks from his mama, but he's already raising hell just like me, chasing dogs around the room, slinging high-heeled shoes. Head as big and hard as daddy's is. But most days I gotta say I'm doing fine. If I can steal a kiss before you lay him down that night. 'Cause girl, you fell hard the first time we met, and I saw your eyes light up the room. And there was no denying that he only wanted you. You'd rather hold him in your arms than be in mine. And I know I can't compete, and that's just fine. He's got your eyes. Girl, he's got your eyes. Knowing I can't wait until that boy grows up. I'll teach him how to throw a hook and drive my truck. Coaches, little league, his football teams, anything he wants to do. Most importantly, how to find a girl like you. Someone who fall hard the first time they meet him, and they'll say her eyes lit up the room. And there'll be no denying that he wants to love her too. She'd rather hold him in her arms than say goodbye. And the same way that I felt when your lips touched mine. He's got your eyes. Girl, he's got your eyes.
All by herself at a table for two. Could have burnt the place down with a single smile, but kept a straight face like she was on trial. Easy love comes, the harder it goes. When the river breaks the dam, the harder it flows. Exit wounds, exit wounds. A withered heart is a heart that blooms. When you play the game of love, someone's gonna lose. Exit wounds, exit wounds. Got up from a chair and she winked at me. They handed me a note with a hotel key. When opportunity knocks, I'm rarely at home, but a man can't survive on bread alone. Easy love comes, the harder it goes. When the river breaks a dam, the harder it flows. Exit wounds, exit wounds. A withered heart is a heart that blooms. When you play the game of love, someone's gonna lose. Exit wounds, exit wounds. So much to lose and so much to gain. No matter who you are, love ends the same. No one threw rocks, no one's to blame. Our hearts are drawn together like a moth to a flame. Exit wounds, exit wounds. A withered heart is a heart that blooms. When you play the game of love, someone's gonna lose. Exit wounds, exit wounds. When you play the game of love, someone's gonna lose.
words, it's in words.
All right, man. We
So
are up against it.
I'm going to leave this with everybody. Getting back to the moon. The dark side of the moon and the front side of the moon don't match either.
Well, one has a
So-
tan and the other one don't.
It's completely different. All I'm going to say is for everybody listening, that's your homework. Prove me wrong. That
You heard it.
both sides of the moon are the same. Prove me wrong, because I'm saying they're not.
You heard it. So I want all of y'all to go out there, get some pictures of the moon, and send them to us, and
Yep.
let's see what we come up with, man. I'm kind of curious.
I'll tell you what, the first picture of the moon that somebody sends us to the station, you're going to win a Veteran Voice Radio mug. Why not?
Sounds good.
So,
Sounds good, man.
Yep.
Well, I want all of y'all out there to know, man, this is the Veteran Voice Radio Network. You're listening to the Semper Fi Country Channel. I hope y'all have had an amazing day, an amazing weekend. I hope y'all get out there and enjoy some football and some family time tomorrow.
Foosball's the devil, mama.
It might be the devil, but it could be the devil's bride, as JB Brown says.
No, I had that one. She's
But y'all make sure you take some time for yourself, man. It's no secret that mental health is an issue out there. If you need some help and you don't know that it's okay to not be okay, use 988.
Yep.
That number is out there for a reason. It will help you. If you are a veteran, you can hit option 1. If you're not, you can just follow the prompts, and they will be with you. And even if you're just lonely and you just need
they'll
get
just
the
talk
mind
to
out. Yep, absolutely. So there's no shame in admitting that you need some help, because we've all been there. And you look your left and right, you probably know somebody that is struggling as well. So
it's never too late to call 988.
Nope. Well, I hope all of y'all have had a great time. We thank the Coming Home Well Network out there for letting us borrow your radio waves for a few hours. And I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Make sure if you've got our app, leave us a review.
Please.
You know, like I said, the app's free. The artists are busting their ass creating this music. And, by you hitting like and leaving a review, it puts us in a better position for the algorithms, and more people see it and get a share of the music. All right.
Oh, yeah.
That is the only thing we ask. Y'all take care, be safe, and we will see you next Friday on Ranger Rockwave.
Lizard people.
Ah.